Now available on Amazon is the German thriller Trunk, also credited as Trunk Locked In. This is a film, the kind of movie I like, actually. This is not the first film of this type. There have been other movies like it, which I'll talk about, but this is a film. I like movies that are intimate. I like movies that are small cast, confined space. There's a situation, and how do they figure their way out of it? You can't get much more of a small cast and confined space than a movie about a woman locked in a trunk. Car trunk, that is. I'm sure there may one day be a movie about somebody locked in a steamer trunk. There might be already, as far as I know or don't know about. But this is a film, German film, as I said, in German with English subtitles, although there are sections of the film that are in English. So if you're worried about that, there are these little, for those of us who are native English speakers who don't speak foreign languages, who are watching a subtitled film, there's always it's like a little oasis of English occasionally. There is a stretch of that here and there in this film. But basic premise, and I'm not going to tell you the whole story. I'm not going to tell you much about this other than woman wakes up disoriented. She's in a car trunk. She's not willingly in said car trunk. She has been kidnapped for some reason, and we figure out the story as she does as it goes along, as memories return and as information comes to her. She does have a cell phone, and that's all I'm going to say. She's got a cell phone, so it's a woman trying to figure out her way out of a trunk in a bad situation. There have been other films, as I mentioned, about this. There was a movie called Break with Stephen Dorff several years ago, straight-to-video film, which I always said was the second best guy-in-a-box movie after Buried with Ryan Reynolds, which was about Ryan Reynolds who wakes up buried alive, and how did he get there and how does he get out of it? This is not that. This is now, I would say, either the best or the second best person in a confined space movie that I've seen, Trunk. So it is available streaming on Amazon. And what is it? It is a film, as I said, about a woman who is locked in a car trunk, and incredibly dramatic story, does hold surprises. Really well shot. Let me delve into this. Really well shot for a film about a person trapped in a trunk. I was expecting shaky cam, shot too close, cut too fast, everything I don't like about modern cinema. This didn't have any of that. Very well lit for being about a person in a car trunk. Good use of camera movement. There were tracking shots in this. There are 360 shots in this. Very creatively done, really well shot, really pleasing to the eye. Again, for a film about a person locked in a trunk. It reminded me of some other films, the ones I talked about before. There was a German film whose title I cannot remember that was remade with Jake Gyllenhaal, I believe, a few years ago. That was about a 911 operator dealing with somebody who has been kidnapped and helping them, trying to talk them through it. Very intimate, very good movie. This almost feels like it's the other end of that call. This could almost be a fantastic double feature if you didn't mind sort of vaguely seeing the same story twice from two different points of view. It's vaguely similar to a Halle Berry film, whose title, again, I don't remember the title of, where she played a 911 operator helping somebody who had been, I believe, locked in a car trunk get away from a serial killer. Not talking about those movies, talking about this one. Trunk is really good. Very tense, very good drama, exciting. As I said, you don't really know where the film is going to go. It has surprises. It's, again, for a person locked in a box, it was very, very good. So I will say no more than that. If you can have, I would say highly recommend this movie. It is in subtitle. It's subtitled in German, so you have to deal with that if you don't like subtitles. But I say subtitles be damned. Very good film, very intense. I would recommend it to anybody. I'm actually actively telling all my friends, you really need to go see this movie called Trunk on Amazon Prime. Trunk. Locked in.